Hey Insider family, it's your girl here, Abigail from Success Insider, and today we have a special guest who's going to share with us her journey up until the point that she enrolled on LMA and after to show you what it's really all about and really get down to the nitty gritty of what you can achieve upon the LMA course, Life Mastery Achievers, our flagship program. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce our special guest. Special guest, please tell us your name, your location, and what you currently do.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Sachiko Watanabe Daniels, and I'm currently located in Virginia, United States. And I'm currently up to start creating my new business online. I like to create my own course online. And now that after LMA, I feel like I'm ready to take actions and start my new life.
Woohoo! Okay, so my first question for you is what was your biggest problem? Can you remember? Just go back to the time before you joined LMA and how you were feeling and the stage you were in. What was the biggest problem that you were facing in life at that time?
Low self-esteem and lack of confidence, lack of clarity in regarding my future. I felt lost and I couldn't see the future, what I want to do and what I wanted to do in my life. So I felt like I've been stuck and I didn't know what to do. And actually, what really happened was, is it okay to talk like?
Yeah.
Okay. So my story. Okay. So I started my dance teaching business before COVID, and COVID hit 6 months later. So I couldn't expand my business, and I was like, okay, maybe this is time to shift it to online. But I started to have the fear of being exposed online. And I was okay teaching at local studio, but I had so much massive fear of being exposed to online. And all of a sudden, all the confidence or all the self-esteem broke down. And prior to that, I have um, no problem, but the relationship to my husband. And I try to do my business, and he's achieving more goals in terms of his career. So the jealousy or negative emotions about me and about my life started to emerge. And now looking back, and that's when I started to do like self-development journey, started to reading books and started to watch some videos. And I thought maybe this is the mindset of entrepreneurs, the business mindset.
Yeah.
So I took some courses in businesses and stuff, but all the tactics and the tools and get on live and get on do these things, I froze. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't take any actions. I got the knowledge, but I couldn't take actions. And it's still all the negative feelings that, oh, okay, maybe I'm not good enough. Okay, I'm not meant to do this. All the negative feelings about me started to emerge again. And then past that, after marriage, I know after marriage, I had all this like old belief from my mother, passed on from my mother, that mother should be like this, the wife should be like this, marriage should be like this. And when I was single, I was living my life, I felt like. I was enjoying my life and I was looking toward my goal. But then, you know, the life is okay, get into great high school and get into better university, get into better job, and then find a perfect partner. And it seems like that's the end. And I that was what I was shooting for. Exactly. And I thought, okay, I achieved my goals, and then I did all that to please my parents, to seek approval from my mother, that which I really never get. But now look back, that's not my fault, or that's not her fault. But I was already on this victim mindset. I was already feel like I'm not good enough. How hard I tried and to make me feel happy, to get the happiness comes to my life. So I was so depending on other external factors. And that after marriage, my brain go back to that all believe and I should be like this. So I was already feeling guilty about even the idea about doing something for myself, spending time for myself. And I just feel lost. I just feel lost. And then my husband is like, what do you want in your life? And I wanted to have a second child, but my husband was like, no, I don't think it's a good idea. What do you want in your life? Do what you want to do. And then I was in the dilemma between all belief that I've been living on from my mother and my husband and try to do your thing. And I got lost. I was like, I don't know what to do.
How
And I
did that,
didn't know anything in front of me.
how did that make you feel then? Just feeling like you had come to the end of your journey, that, you know, societal rules, you go to university, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, and then that was the end. And how did it make you feel with people telling you what to do, but not knowing what to do yourself? How did it make you feel? And what
Like,
did you do to overcome that?
I felt like powerless all the time. Like I spent on to work for myself and then to work to make my parents happy. And then I didn't know what to do. And then now I thought I'm ready to sacrifice myself for my family. I'm ready to build the family. I thought that's what I believe I should do. But my husband said, no, 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 no. You do your thing. And I was like, no, what should I do? So I totally got lost. And then, but now look back, he gave me a chance to reflect myself and then create my own path. So now I appreciate it. But back then, I had all this anger and resentment against the world,
Yeah.
society, and my parents, especially my mother. She's telling me, do your thing, get a career, but then still have a great family, more children, and then lots of pressure. But now I look back, I'm the one who creating and accepting everything. And
Yeah.
I living all the everybody's life, try to make everybody's happy. And I was not living my life. And that's when I realized, okay, I want a happy marriage, I want a happy life, then maybe it's time for me to change myself. That's when I really started to realize. That's right before LMA, joining LMA.
Thank you so much for sharing that and being vulnerable and open with us. And I just want to ask you, was there anything that was preventing you from enrolling on LMA at first? Any type of limiting thoughts or beliefs that you had about it? And how did you overcome those fears and eventually enroll?
Okay, so that was like my confidence. I was not sure if I could commit fully 6 weeks and complete the course. And it's not just, it's cost too. So spending this much amount of money I had never spent for myself after marriage. And then what if I couldn't make a change in myself? What I couldn't commit myself fully to prove not only to prove myself, but to prove others. So I could have done it without telling anybody, without telling my husband. I could have done it. But then I thought, maybe I shouldn't. I should tell him, and then to get support, and then just be open to him, whatever I was doing, what I'm working on, so that it might change my perspective and his perspective about me. And then maybe we can rebuild our relationship stronger. And and then I told him, this is what I'm working on, and this is the course that I want to take. And that was right after I took the free master class from Tim. So I was so excited. This is it. This is what I want to take. And my husband was like, I'm not sure. Why don't you sleep on it? And I'm not sure. So I was like, no, this is it. But I was all talking over emotions and I couldn't explain to him. I couldn't convince him. So I slept on it, and then I cleared my mind and organized my thought and how I can convince him, how can I prove? And I still could have done it without his permission. Of course, that's my life. But I wanted to have a proof and I wanted to have accountability that if I tell him and I commit myself and I'm gonna change through this course. So I need to have that support. So I tell him again, like 1 day or 2 days later, I made a clear thoughts, and then I told him, and he's like, okay, if you really think that way and it's gonna work and it's really important for you, then I support you. So I guess his support, and that's when I feel like, okay, I'm ready.
So
And then
you changed from an emotional mindset to a logical mindset, and you ended up convincing through perseverance. But it took you 1 or 2 days, but you persevered, and you negotiated, and you really sold it. So well done. And now that you have been on the LMA course, can you share with us what is your happiest moment? Were there any like aha moments and breakthroughs, and what were they? Share them with us, please.
There's so many aha moments, so many. And not only just observing the knowledge, not just inputting all the contents through videos or like Tim's talking, but also just experience so many breakthrough inside of me. Like I really shifted, like my thought, my belief really shifted. That's experiencing it. It's amazing. It's just amazing feelings. And
What
it
types
just,
of thoughts and beliefs were changing within you?
oh, that's, I felt powerless. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy to enough to help people. I'm not enough to be exposed to public. I'm not, so much anxiety and fear with people, engage with people. That changed. Self-acceptance, self-love, and it's okay, integrity, and it's okay, just show up and keep doing, show what you love and show what you do. That was the biggest fear and the biggest struggle that I had to. So that was just, the whole experience is amazing and emotionally. And then how well, it's so amazing how well this course is organized, and every step by step you just have to follow it. You just listen to Tim's voice and instructions, and so much to learn, and all the tools, proven tools and tactics that I can now implement myself. And during the course, this 6 weeks is like immersion learning system. Like it's already in the system. Once you join in a system, you just do what's coming in front of you. And I was fully committing myself, and it was not easy. I was like on the emotion swings, back and forth, struggle. I couldn't do the Facebook challenge for the first week. I don't know how much hours spending in front of my iPhone I couldn't get on. But all those experiences like emerge myself in the environment with amazing, wonderful other influencers who try so hard and thriving every day and showing up with integrity. That's so amazing. And seeing them and inspiring everybody else, you I felt like I couldn't take that action. I gotta be doing. So there's no a question that I couldn't change or I couldn't transform going through everything that's being offered in this course, in this emergent system of self-development. And Tim speaks, Tim's voice, the word he uses, and the visual he uses, and the stories he uses, that's everything. Like speak to me, speak to my heart. And
Absolutely.
yes, it's so fascinating. Like everything is so fascinating. So I didn't think I was gonna have this much impact and much transformation. I had no idea, but I'm so glad I took that leap. And I'm so grateful for myself who did that at the beginning without knowing what was gonna happen. So it was great experience.
Thank you so much again. That's such great feedback. It's really great to hear about your journey from the beginning up until now. So I just want to know, what would you say is the biggest benefit that you got from being part of the LMA course and community online? What's your biggest benefit and your biggest takeaway?
It must be the connection with other her friends or members. I was so afraid to connect with people online and showing up online. And I remember on the first live Q&A session with Tim, you put the questions and the team answers. I couldn't type so fast. And I was so overwhelmed with other people chatting, all the questions coming up. And I'm sure my question was really at the bottom, but Tim didn't skip it. Tim went all the way down. Like 1 hour later, finally my question.
Oh, yeah.
And then he picked my name and such go, okay, how do I interact with people online? Just get online and then just interact. And I was like,
100%.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh, that question doesn't even make sense, right? How to interact with people online? Just comment or just do it, right?
Yeah.
But I was that afraid. I was that afraid. I was that nervous that I didn't know how to. I was thinking about how to be judged. I was afraid if I'm judged or criticized, or what if I say wrong, or what if I hurt other people's feeling, or what if I say something wrong. I was always thinking about the negative things. So, but that and FB challenge in this community, I put myself out there and little by little started to communicating. I didn't stop. I just keep showing up. It was hard. It was not easy.
And
But
just for the
showing up.
viewers, how did you show up? How did you show up for the community? How did you end up overcoming not knowing how to communicate to being a communicator? How did you do it? What did it look like?
First, I pushed the reaction button, like heart. First, see other people react and how other people say things to make other people happy, or like I see other people's how they engage. And I was like, okay, I can be that casual, I can be that happy, I can be like, I've seen so many other influencers being so open about themselves, so being vulnerable to others, and then showing they love other people and showing what they love to do. Like, they're so open-minded, they're so positive, and I was so amazed. And I seen those people and then transform, amazing transformation. And then maybe, okay, I'm gonna try a little bit at my pace, little by little, commenting other members, great post, and I try to read more, try to relate what this person is really trying to say, what this post really means. And before, I thought everybody posts in a group, maybe nothing for me. Like, I can talk privately, but I was not sure how to interact in a group, because that message is not necessary to me. I was not sure if it's for me or not. But then each post, I try to engage. I try to see what I can, how can I interact with this person? What's the message? So that's how I overcome, little by little.
So, Chico, I'm talking about specifically, I've seen you on videos yourself, so it's not just reactions, it's not just commenting. You've actually overcome your fear and gone live streamed yourself in the community. So how did you get from, not wanting to communicate, not knowing how to communicate, to doing live stream after live stream after live stream on the Facebook community?
Repetitions, and all the things I learned from Tim. Like I said, this is emergent learning system. So each week or each video that I learned, all the words, the Tim's words in my head. So trusting mindset, and on the belief, come from belief, and then take actions, and just self-accept, and just take action. Listen to your heart and then take action. Listen to your heart and take action. So all the affirmations and meditation I had never really tried before. I heard about it, but I didn't know how effective it was. and mirror exercising, just accept myself and just be out there. And then I also noticed other heart influencers are not doing just for themselves, but for other people too, to inspire them. And the message might not just for them, but for other people to get courage or to keep moving them forward. So I thought maybe whatever I do, maybe not that meaningful, but there might be some people who can receive my message as well. So not just focusing on me,
Yeah.
but I started to focusing on other people, how I can share my message. So I try to shift my perspective little by little, and then I get the response or comment from other members. I naturally felt so grateful. I naturally felt like connected with them. So that makes me really feel good and building a relationship. It's amazing. It's amazing feeling. And I had been hiding myself and distance from people. So now I can really create this connection online. That was totally new world for me.
Amazing, brilliant story. Thank you so much. And my last and my final question to you is, what advice would you give to someone who's currently sitting on the fence about joining LMA? They're just not sure if they should or if they shouldn't. What would you tell them?
Well, you're already up on the fence. That means you are a huge step compared to yourself that you have no idea. But now you know you have to change, not your surroundings, the environment. But now you climb up the fence, you wanted to see the other side. So just jump in, trust your mindset, trust your intuition, and you can fully commit. Once you join, once in the emergent system, you just flow. You just flow and enjoy the course, and you will be amazed so much changes you experience. And I'm just experiencing it. My world, my environment, my surroundings is the same. It's still the same. But me inside, I changed. So my belief changed, my thinking changed, my feeling changed. So my action changed. So my receiving is changed too. My result is changing. So I want to keep repeating this good cycle, positive cycle, and I want everybody to experience it. And you're already just a little bit step, right? You just trust your mindset, trust yourself, and then just jump in. That's what I want to say.